built this palace in this compound. And Iyasu was the most powerful ruler during the Gondar period because he was the one who expanded Ethiopian kingdom until Nubia. Nubia is the southern part of Egypt or the northern part of Sudan. And also, he also reorganized taxation system because his father never collected tax. And also, yeah.
When you say he expanded the kingdom, was that through warfare?
Yeah.
So he was not a peaceful person.
He was warrior. That's why we call him Iyasu the Great. He loves war. By nature, he was fearless. He is a great king. He's not the same like his father. And I'll tell you later on even how he died. And also he revised a book called Fitah Nagast, which was served as a civil code. And also he changed the closed-door foreign policy, which was introduced by his grandfather, to have at least a better relationship with the European. That's why he invited the French ambassador or doctor called Charles Poncet in 1700, because the king had a serious skin disease, like scabies. Then the French doctor advised him to build his own Turkish baths, or sauna baths, to cure his disease. But according to the French doctor, this was the most beautiful palace among the six. It was gilded by the interior part, by gold leaf, ivory, silver, Venetian glass. Even there was crystal on the ceiling, and also amazing painting. We will see even the church, which was built by Emperor Iyasu later on. Because of this, he was comparing this palace with the biblical King Solomon palace. But finally, because of that, he went for expedition and also for other reason. He had many concubines, and he had like 30 children, 10 sons and 20 daughters. But those 10 sons, there was a kind of conspiracy, They were competing each other to take a power from their own father. But finally, the king were assassinated by his own father, by his own son. And people start calling his son Cursed Tekla Haymanot. And he ruled about 3 years. And the son again were poisoned by his uncle. And his uncle ruled 2 years, and his uncle again were poisoned by one of the chief commanders. So 10 years there was a political difficulty.
So you see, from sowing the seed all over the place.
Actually, this is common also in Europe. This period, what you call it, Byzantine politics, because they were poisoning and assassinating each other for the sake of power. So these three kings never constructed their own palace in this compound. They never get recognition as official king. And this is the time that the Gondarian period were declining time to time. But after 10 years, by the help of clergies and nobilities, as well as by other official people, David the third, or David, came to the power to restore the Solomonic dynasty. And he constructed his own dedication in this compound. And we will walk to see David Palace as well as the Lion King. But before that, let's see for a couple of minutes the interior part of Iyasu Palace. This way.
This is
No, it was bombed by the British.
It was what?
Bombed by the British in 1941.
1941.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this how it really looks.
Some of are original, and some of are renovated by UNESCO. And this is volcanic tufa. It looks like a bridge, but it's tufa. And it was two-story building, you see? There was a wooden beam. And there was inside spiral staircase, which is not completely destroyed, as well as outside spiral staircase for safety and security. But this palace destroyed by the British aircraft bombardment in 1941.
What rooms were these?
Huh?
What rooms were these?
That was a formal reception hall.
Okay.
The first was the king bedroom, but this is a place where they used to record, or because taxation system were reorganizing and the law book was revised. So this is a place where they used to record and write, even if they had their own archive, which was used by Emperor Fasil. But you can see there was a competition among the six. The first palace had domed tower. The second, it looks like a small square crown. with a beautiful battlemented parapet, which is adopted from the Ethiopian woman. Beautiful tattoo, not like European palace for defense. This is for aesthetics, the battlemented parapet. The third is with a vaulted-shaped ceiling. So art was developed even time to time. But even if each king built their own palace, they were using the first castle for different state of function. But they built their own palace for prestige, to show at least their own power and to leave their own history to the next generation. All right, so let's walk to see Dawit Palace.
In a roundabout way.
Because you think it's hard because they don't really, a lot of them don't believe in it. The country's divided. The 12 tribe thing. No.
We went to one yesterday.
Zaghi King is
On Lake Tana. Yeah, you went, I think, for the nearest one. But this, the mummified bodies were kept around 6 hours to drive with a boat and 6 hours back. So it is the last.
There's none around here, though.
No.
which is like 5, 6, 7 kilometers away from this Gondar, but it's not mummified. Majesty Haile Selassie kept it in the box in the 1950s.
What kind of relationship do the Ethiopians and the French have?
Now?
And during this era, during this time, and now?
Now we do have a good relationship, but at the time of Majesty Haile Selassie, it was much better. Very, very nice relationship with France, but now we have a better relationship with
And during the Gondarian period, it is because of this French doctor who was a diplomat in Cairo. So some merchants saw him that he was treating the people in Egypt. So they told to the king Iyasu, and Iyasu invited him to come in to treat his skin disease. That's how first he came in. Actually, he spent 2 years in Gondar, in his compound, and he was loved by the people even during the Gondarian period. And in front of us, we can see the lion house, not a cage, a lion house, because there was a tradition for all the kings, from the tradition from King Solomon and Menelik I. All these kings used to have tradition to have 6 lions in the right side, 6 lions in the left side to show the 12 tribes of Judah. And then when we come to Ethiopia, lion has been national emblem since Menelik I. So all the kings, including Theodros and all Fasil and his successors, used to have at least one tamed black Abyssinian lion with a dark mane, and they are very huge. And even Haile Selassie, when he was in power, he built some lion cages here, and he kept this lion until 1991. So we have seen the last lion kept in this cage, and still you can find them in Addis in the lion zoo, which this black Abyssinian lions.
You said 12, the lions symbolize the 12 tribes of Judah. What do you mean?
No, there was a tradition for Israelis during King Solomon and King David's time. They used to have 6 lions in the right side, 6 lions in the left side. So that tradition came to Ethiopia with Menelik I. So Menelik and the kings in the action period, they used to have the same tradition to have 6 lions and 6 lions.
I understand, but you said the 12 tribes of Judah. You didn't say the 12 tribes of Israel, so I just wanted to know what you mean by the 12 tribes of Judah.
I think he wants to say the 12 tribes of Israel.
Israel,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay. Because you know different.
But the last lion died in 1991.
1991?
Yeah, that lion was brought in 1960s by Majesty Haile Selassie. And I remember when I was a kid, but the one who were cleaning the cage did not lock it properly. And the lion escaped, that poor lion, and then running everywhere. She feels, has got freedom. She did not touch, nobody. But they killed by gunshot, which was sad. But after that, even if they tried to bring another lion, the animal rights organization said, you have no right to keep a lion in this small box. After that, we never had a lion in this compound. Yeah.
Do they still have these black lions?
Yes, as Phil mentioned, we do have a zoo in Addis Ababa. Also at the Majesty Haile Selassie.
I want to see the black
I saw
lion.
one time in a film. It was magnificent. I never saw anything like it. I saw it.
I want to see it with my
I
eyeballs.
If you are able
You're
to
looking at the
find,
black line.
Thank you.
Oh man.
if you are able to find even a kind of movie, which is
Black Lion right here.
No, that's my DJ name. When I DJ, I go by Black Lion.
Black Lion right there.
well, the first palace after Iyasu, David III, came to the power by the help of clergy and nobilities, and he built this palace called House of Song. It was sort for music. So inside of this palace, spiritual and secular feasts were held, even debating between the monophysite and diaphysite, between the Orthodox and Catholic clergies. But David III did not rule longer time. He ruled only 5 years, from 1716 up to 1721. But when he died, his brother Emperor Bakafa succeeded him, and Bakafa also built his own dedication in this compound. And we will see even Bakafa Palace and Queen Mentwa Palace located together at the back of the sauna bus. And also in your backside, this is the archive or a library, what we call it Emperor Castle, which was built by Emperor Fasil. So inside of this palace, they used to keep different kind of documents which was written by the Islamic on the high. But most of the books, as I mentioned, were looted by the foreign invaders as well as by the local people. And also the ceiling and also the interior part has gone by the British aircraft bombardment.
You mentioned that one of the kings gave up his throne or his crown.
Johannes, yeah.
And then he went to become a monk.
Yeah.
Was there a special relationship between the monks and the various kings?
Yeah, when they became a king, they have to coronate in the church, in Aksum, you know. There is a special book which is read upon when they became a king, you know. And there is oil, what the priest will paint on their own head and also on the other body. So they had a great relationship with the Orthodox religion. Even their matrimony has to be through the Orthodox Church. And they were even, some of even were a priest, you know. And even Iyasu, the one who built the third palace, were carrying even the replica Ark of the Covenant, the unblessed, until the church. And then the bishop received the ark and blessed. So they had a relationship not only with the monk, with the church members.
Okay, but you specifically said just Aksum, not the monks, not the monasteries around the country.
No, Aksum is a very holy city in Ethiopia, where you can find the most precious object called the original Ark of the Covenant. That is a holy city in Ethiopia, Aksum. And also there are various monasteries and churches. And that is the old city where civilization emerged. Even Christianity was introduced in Aksum. The first monasteries were established in Aksum. So that's why what we call it Aksum is the holy city. Of course, we do have many monasteries around here in Gondar and also in Addis Ababa and somewhere else in Ethiopia. But Aksum is the holy city. Even